Hello everyone, welcome to cricketworld.com. We are back again with our match insights videos, and now we're going to be looking ahead to the second test match in the men's ashes between Australia and England. This test match, a day-night test match to be played with the pink ball, will be played at the Gabba in Brisbane, and it's going to be an interesting contest. As always, I've got my friend and colleague to look ahead to that test match. A couple of interesting developments, Nikhil. Before we talk about that second Ashes Test match, the fact that England have named their 11 2 days out, and they have made one change to their 11. Mark Wood is out with a knee injury, and in comes Will Jacks. So there is no place yet for Shoaib Bashir in the lineup. How do you look at this 11 that they've named?
Yes, interesting change by England, Chandresh. Clearly, they are not giving up on baseball. This is clearly a baseball move. They are, the batting lineup is being extended. Will Jacks is an attacking, batting all rounder. He can bowl off spin, but Will Jacks is known for his ability to hit the ball. In the shorter format of the game. So England clearly, by including Will Jacks in the lower middle order, prolonging their batting order, suggesting that they are going to play the attacking form of baseball cricket. So a very interesting move by England, Chandresh.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be very, very interesting why this is happening with England. They already have four fast bowlers in their lineup, including their skipper, who's the all-rounder Ben Stokes. So they've got plenty of bowling options over there. At the other end, Australia will be without Usman Khawaja because he's been officially ruled out of the second Test match with a bad back. Now this casts a huge shadow over Usman Khawaja's immediate future in Test cricket.
Absolutely, I think this could be the end of Usman Khawaja, the international batter. His numbers in Test cricket have been dwindling over the last year or so. There are others in the Australian lineup who are in form with the bat. There is Bew Webster, there is Josh Inglis, who are set to replace him in the 11. So Usman Khawaja clearly difficult for him to make a comeback, if you ask me, in this Ashes series, Chandresh.
Yeah, and like we said, this particular test match is a pink ball test match, and it's going to be played at the Gabba in Brisbane. Some interesting stats there, Nikhil, in the pink ball test matches.
Absolutely, Chandresh. If as the pink ball test, relatively new phenomena. Australia has been the most successful side. They've played 14, which is the most number of games for any team. They were won 13 out of 14, and the only one they lost, Chandresh, was in January last year to West Indies, if you remember, at the Gabba, coincidentally. But by far the most successful team. England, on the other hand, have lost five of their seven pink ball tests. So lots of interesting numbers, around pink ball cricket. But it should be a crackerjack of a contest. Pink ball usually, supports the fast bowlers, but we've also seen some high scoring, pink ball tests. So it's not all dooms for the batters.
And also the stats for Gabba is interesting. The most successful bowler since 2020 has been Pat Cummins, and he's not likely to be there.
Absolutely. So Gabba is also, like Perth, it's also one of the fastest wickets in Australia. True bounce. You get a lot of, if the bowlers get enough pace and bounce, the batters get value for their shots. So it's a very interesting wicket, the Gabba, but the pink ball adds an extra dimension to it. As the stats show there, the Gabba was Australia's fortress. Still, India sort of, Rishabh Pant chased down the record total 300 plus target, and then West Indies defeated Australia at the Gabba last year. Since 2020, although the average first innings total is still 295, so it's not very low. Travis Head, two centuries, in the last 5 years at the Gabba, 413 runs. Pat Cummins, 25 wickets. Pat Cummins won't be there. Pacers, obviously, as the numbers suggest, Chandresh, they've taken almost 90% of the wickets at an average of 24. Spinners don't do well here. So maybe England, haven't missed a trick by playing a part-time spinner and not including the specialist spinner. It's going to be interesting, Chandresh.
Yeah. Also, if you look at the pink ball stats, Mitchell Starc is the weapon that Australia have. He seems to revel in these conditions, and he's picked up 81 wickets. So he's going to be a handful once again.
Yeah, by far the most successful pink ball day and night test bowler in the short history of the format. 81 wickets in 27 innings, average of 17, five wicket hauls already a 10 for in the first match. Imagine what will he do with a red new pink cherry. Mitchell Stark is going to be very dangerous with the new ball, especially under lights. At the Gabba.
And it's not that it's just about Mitchell Stark. Even with the bat, it is Marnus Labuschagne who stands out in the pink ball test matches.
Yeah, absolutely. Marnus Labuschagne, who hasn't been in the best of form. Otherwise, if you look at his numbers in pink ball cricket, I mean, he's amongst the best. 50, almost 1,000 runs in 15 innings, averaging 64, 400s. So clearly, there is something about pink ball cricket which gets Marnus Labuschagne going. And these numbers won't be lost out on him. I think he's going to be a vital cog in the Gabba test.
Yeah, and now if I were to ask you to look at two key players, who would they be? One each from either side.
Uh, if you look at, let's start with Australia. I think it's a difficult one. I'll have to look at Mitchell Stark just because of the way he bowls. In day and night tests with the pink ball, the best bowler ever. We just shared those stats, Chandresh. 81 wickets in 27 innings. It's an amazing feat. A 10 for player of the match performance at Perth. Uh, I mean, he's going to be a menace with that new pink cherry, and he'll do a lot of damage. So, especially under twilight, when it is the most difficult period, if he gets to bowl under twilight with the new cherry, that is when the pink ball, especially if it's a new pink ball, does a lot of damage, to the opposition batters. And a bowler like Mitchell Stark is going to exploit that. So watch out for Mitchell Stark, especially if he bowls in the twilight period. As far as England are concerned, uh, I like to look at Harry Brook. He showed glimpses of his, uh, I wouldn't say genius, but he is amongst the most promising batters in the world. Currently, across formats, he was England's top scorer in the first innings at Perth with a fluent 52 of 61. His test career, although just 31 tests, but all 2,872 runs at an average of 56. So it's a great start, and also very importantly and significantly, a strike rate of 87. That is, that's a mind-boggling strike rate. And he's played a reasonable number of tests to sustain that with 10 hundreds already. So I think Harry Brook is going to be massive for England in this test match, Andresh.
And one key battle that will define this test match in your view.
If I have to take only one key battle, I think it will be the one between Travis Head and Jofra Archer. Travis Head, again, great record uh, at the Gabba, as we just discussed a few minutes ago. Jofra Archer bowled brilliantly in the first innings at Perth, picked up 2 wickets. Overall, they faced each other, in 8 innings. He's dismissed him once. So there's not much in those head-to-head stats, but a red hot Travis Head after that splendid 100 in Perth, one of the greatest centuries in the Ashes, and Jofra Archer with that brand new pink cherry. And Travis Head, remember, is expected to open, given that Usman Khawaja has been ruled out. I think that contest could just set up the match either way.
Okay, so if I were to pin you down, who's likely to win this test match?
Australia have to start favourites, Chandresh, just because of the record in pink ball cricket. I mean, 13 out of 14 tests they've won. They have the momentum from Perth. They have Mitchell Stark, the trump card. They have a formidable batting unit. They have the crowd to support them. England devastated after that loss. But the pink ball test could go. It's a difficult one to call out because so much happens with the pink ball that it could go either way. But given all those factors, numbers obviously suggest uh, that Australia start favourites, but England know this is their greatest test of their revolutionary baseball theory, which started in June 2022. If they fail and lose this test match, the Ashes is as good as over. So England will put everything on the line. You know, each member of that 11 will put everything they have to win this test match. And therefore, I think it's going to be a closer contest than what most people are bidding it out to be. I think Australia start favourites, but I think England are going to challenge them tooth and nail in this contest, Chandresh.
Okay, let's see what happens in this contest. Remember, you can be part of the conversation. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, and we'll surely consider them in our next video. That's it for now from both Nikhil and myself. We'll be back soon. Till then, take good care of yourself.